Hello, traders out there in Traderland. D7 here with Grok Trade, and the markets all week long did a whole lot of nothing. Big time doji on the weekly chart. And here it is. I've got 24 years trading experience, knocking at the door, 25 years trading experience, institutional trader nowadays, and on top of that, have owned an education company for stock trading and technical analysis predominantly for going on 15 years. So a long time. So when I'm doing these videos, I do these free of charge just to give back to the community, to help people, and to have some awareness that we do teach this stuff and people can join in and be part of our free chat room that we have at groktrade.com, or we can mentor, which we do only once per month. That is all. So let's look at it. I asked everybody what these two candlesticks were last week, the last video. And this is on the US dollar monthly chart. I said, what these two candlesticks, what type of trading pattern did we have? A lot of you guys got it. We have a tweezer top, very, very powerful. When you get a tweezer top, look for a reversal. And we have what's called a spinning top. Spinning top. You could almost argue that you have a, I have to blow this up, we can see it, what's called a thrusting pattern. That's where the candlestick is above the high but goes into but above the halfway mark of the previous candlestick. So you got a thrusting pattern. You could almost argue, it depends on if it's higher, it's almost the same. But, anybody that said bearish harami, very, very close. But definitely spinning top, that was what I was looking for, and tweezer top, definitely looking for that. And no one said thrusting pattern. Some of you said harami, so I'll give you a few points for that. Okay, so there it is. Let's go and look at the spiders, see what's going on, and I want to look at the. This is the daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart. Let's blow up the daily charts. Take a look at what's going on here. So if you look at this, we've rallied up, up, up. Do you see these horizontal lines? We got the 50% Fibonacci, the 61.8, big times. We stalled here. This is a big bear flag. So we're down, 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 flagpole. There's the flag waving in the wind at the 61. So here's the deal. This is a critical point where sellers come in. You get a monster leg to the downside. Monster leg to the downside. However, in the bear flag, if we continue to stay high up here and chop around, which I think we're going to do, especially coming into the apex of this symmetrical triangle, if we do that, then we have a base to launch from. So this could become a big choppy high base, and then we launch up into all this resistance. And if we can blast through that, guys, look for a nice rally, Santa Claus rally going into the future. However, it's anybody's guess here. We have to watch the technicals. Price action has not yet retraced back to these highs. So because of that, we stopped at 61.8 on the spiders. This could be very big for the bears to come in, and we challenge these rising moving averages, break down through those, and this trend line coming up, break down through that, and all these trend lines, and this thing is going to blow down past this major swing low and just crash and burn. So that could happen. We have to watch the technicals. So let's look at the Qs daily chart. Qs up, 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 and away. Basing, as long as we can base and stay above these moving averages, we will stay bullish. However, if not, look for a retracement to the downside here. Russell's 2000. We're caught up in this symmetrical triangle. Again, a lot of indecision. All the moving averages coiling together right here, guys. This is big time looking for a move one direction or the other. If it's going to go higher, it needs to catch its breath. It needs to stay in this apex for the next few days. Going into next week, and if we can stay in this apex the next few days, it could build enough power to go up. But if we can't, we immediately come down. Look for us to come down and start challenging the support line, and this one, and this one, and this one, and break down to the downside. So that's the Russell 2000. I want to look at the NASDAQ. We already did that, the high base, look for that to go higher, but let's look at the financials. If you go here to the financials, same thing, big symmetrical triangle apex. We're in here right now. And we need to stay above this line to stay bullish. If we get below this line, we're done. We need to get above this line, and we're looking for more upside if we can get above it. But I think going into next week, we're just going to continue to chop around because next week's holiday weekend. We got Thanksgiving and stuff, right? So, which is fantastic. And then on the just expect lower volume to take place, and that lower volume could bring more volatility. U.S. dollar daily charts down, 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 very extended to the downside. People are starting to buy this up again. I see a big chance for the U.S. dollar to rally back higher here. If it does, that'll put pressure on the markets. The markets will come down, and so will commodities. Gold up, up, up. But there's the pullback. We were expecting this. There's the pullback, looking for a nice pullback. I mean, we could have a buying opportunity here. Look for maybe a 50% fib pullback area. If we could get a pullback, maybe right here to 160 level, man, that would be a great area to be looking to buy gold. And if you do silver, down, 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 down. This one, silver's already tried to bounce. It's already trying to bounce. So this could be ready to bounce like early. VIX has been down, down, down. VIX is at 23 right now. There's just no fear out there in the marketplace. Bitcoin is coiling. We have what's called a big bearish. Well, guys, you tell me on Bitcoin. This is the daily chart on Bitcoin. What type of formation is this? Put it down in the notes. And also Ethereum. This is interesting. This is a very odd formation. You do not see this very often. Wow. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. You do not see this very often. So big drop, 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 up, 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 a little pullback to about the midway point. Interesting, interesting stuff there. But quick look here, guys, at the weekly. If you go to the weeklies can kind of give us a good idea of what we can expect. But if you look here at the weeklies, we're pretty extended to the upside. Now we dojied out. You know how I said we kind of dojied out for the week? Sure enough, that's what's going on here. As long as we can stay above this trend line, that'd be good. Because we hit our head there, we blasted through it, and then we found it as support. As long as we can stay above this, it wouldn't surprise me, guys, with this symmetrical triangle apex area. Look for another doji going into next week. I could certainly see that happening. And NASDAQ, the Qs, we're at resistance. Up here, we try to come up here to the falling 20-week moving average, and they sold into it. We have an area of resistance there. The MACD and the center line come up to the 0 line, and that could be an area of resistance, just like it did here. It went up to the 0 line, resistance, and dropped. So we went up here and then dropped. If we come up here, we're at the 0 line again. If it turns over, it will drop, and then we could stay pinched right here in this area. So look for more just pinching to take place here. Very interesting time. Russell's 2000 at major, major trend resistance. You can see this. We smashed our head on it last week. This week, we opened at that line. We went higher and then lower, and then we closed back right there. But you can see we're also in these apexes. Look for it to stay there, but when we break out of these, look for a big, big move. It could happen. Again, this is Russell's 2000. Financials weekly charts up, 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 and away. And you can see that we now have an inside trading day, lower high and higher low. Inside trading week, not day. This is a weekly chart. So this is a bearish harami. And this thing, I mean, could be a reversal pattern ready to drop, but the lower half of this candlestick is bullish. Why? Because it's a lower shadow. Where it went down, it didn't stay there, it rallied back up. So I see it sustaining these levels. I don't see a big sell-off commencing next week. I mean, anything can happen. I got a MACD at the high here getting ready to cross over with the histogram ticking lower to confirm that. So this could certainly pull back next week. I just think the odds are better that we're just going to have a nothing choppy week going in next week. What's the U.S. dollar doing? Down, 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 and then we have a what formation? On the U.S. dollar, what type of formation do we have right there? So that gives us a chance of getting a bounce to take place going into next week. Gold is, we busted through these two, so now I can get rid of that one. This line's still valid. So we'll stay above this trend line, very important. And then silver hit its head at resistance and dropped. Hit its head at resistance and drop. Reversal pattern for the weekly. Look for that to perhaps drop lower. So very interesting. The VIX is just down, down, down. But now this is buy area, right? You buy, you go down, 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 buy, up, 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 sell, down, 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 buy, up, sell. We're in that right now. We're in the buy area here. So we have an inverted hammer. I mean, this is like a perfect area on volatility to be looking to buy. But I think we still have down, a big support line that we could get down to here. Let's see if we can. That looks like, MACD is getting ready to roll over to the upside. This, like, it's getting ready to go higher. I mean, things are looking, we've had a nice drop in volatility and a nice rally in the markets. I think we're looking for a big leg perhaps in the markets to the downside, but I don't think it's going to happen immediately. At least it doesn't look that way. So there it is. I'm working diligently, guys, on the algorithm. Really excited for it. We're up to 4 stud algorithms, and there's something about these algorithms you have access to. Just go to the website groktrade.com, click on algo, and there's a video there. You can watch a video if you are bored and you want to get through everything. But I'd really talk quite a bit through it. Man, these algorithms. If you're frustrated by your trading, you're frustrated by buying and selling and when to buy and when to sell, utilizing AI or artificial intelligence, namely we're using the subset of that called ML or machine learning. So we're using that. We have a lot of data back tested on these algorithms, and they are solid, so solid. And they can help in day trading, swing trading, and investment trading. I have one of them that helps pick the bottoms. We call them a rock bottom. So it nailed the Corona crash bottom. It went down and said buy, bam. And then it was a V bottom, went straight up. So I'm working diligently with TradingView to get the algorithms placed on there without me having to give up the secret sauce. So I'm trying to hide it all and get it to where they are happy and I'm happy and we're both happy, and so we can get the algorithms to you guys. So I want you guys having the power of this. This is where the industry is going. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'll share it with you. The best guess is we're around 75 to 85% algorithmic trading in the major markets as a whole. Institutions are predominantly, they're saying roughly 82% of institutions now, the last data that I received, are using artificial intelligence to help them make decisions in the markets, which makes sense. They don't want just Joe going out there and thinking, hey, I think this is a good stock, let's buy that. Those days are over. Everything's going tactical and everything's leaning into computerized trading. And we as the average trader on the streets, we do not have access to this sort of power until now. And it seems like a lot of people are out there peddling algorithms online. The level that we're at with our algorithms are sizably different. We have to meet a lot of standardized testing for us to even be looking at them. These were the ones that I almost used in a hedge fund. But I kept those big dogs for myself and my institutional trading. These were close seconds. They just weren't good enough for what I need. But if I did not have access to the ones that I have under lock and key right now, I would be using these at Grok Trade for my trading. The whole reason I developed these was so I didn't have to be at the grind every day trading in the live markets. And that was what got me started. It was a much harder process than I anticipated. Anybody can build an algorithm and get it to work on any one stock. It's called overfitting. What I have to do is find a stock or an algorithm that works on not one stock in one time frame, but multiple stocks or ETFs or commodities or cryptocurrency or futures or currencies. Multiple of those plus multiple time frames too. And what I did with ours is I made ours tweakable. So that's the power behind it. Instead of having to be forced to use somebody's algorithm that they control the metrics, I give my people the ability to tweak the metrics, so you can tweak the metrics on whatever it is you want to trade to really hone it in perfectly. I liken algorithmic trading much like a Tesla. You can drive a car yourself, but a Tesla keeps you from getting into accidents, right? You go to YouTube and look for Tesla escaping accidents, or Tesla's near collisions or whatever. Type that in YouTube. Watch how Teslas will dodge the bullet over and over and over again, utilizing technology and AI. Trading algorithms are very much the same thing. It keeps you on the path. It keeps you guided. It keeps you from making a mistake that you might be ready to make. But it tells you, hey, what it would do. It would say, I would buy now, or I would sell now. And you make the decision on if you think it's a good idea to buy or sell. So just like driving a Tesla, you decide where you're driving, but the Tesla will say, I'll do this automatically for you. If you want, autonomous driving, I'll do that for you. Or you can do it yourself, and then I'll just help you as you're driving it yourself. So having that power is the future. That's where we're heading, and we're in front of the curve on this one. The level of these algorithms are noteworthy. These are big dog algorithms, and we have 4 of them. And they are, and in the 4 they have potency levels on their strength. So anyway, I'm excited about it. As you can tell, I keep talking about it, but I'm sorry they're not available yet. However, if you watch the video, you'll see I'm giving a benefit for anybody that jumps in early. If you jump in early, because they're coming, I'm hoping sometime soon I'm going to have these ready. And it'll be immediate. As soon as I get these all uploaded and they're ready to go, it'd be like an email from Keisha and boom. I mean, you're going to have immediate access to these through TradingView. We do it through TradingView. So anyway, if you don't have a link to TradingView, there's a link below. Feel free to sign up for that. But that's it. You guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you later. We'll see if I can get Mark to do my video for Thanksgiving. If not, I may do it from Indiana, because that's where I'm heading. I'm in Tampa right now. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.